the other day I was out here, I made the mount and the frame for the Vplow. Unfortunately, I had it all on video and I had the video edited. Once I went to download it into the second edit platform that I used, the video went corrupt and I lost it all. So all I've got now is just, will be this video. But I made the mount. I'm not using these pins. That's just what I'm using to hold them for now. But made the frame. This is 5 foot of 1.5 100 wall, and then I did 4 braces. They're 1 foot, 1 by 100 wall. Welded all in, 4 weld on each corner. And today, what I'm going to start on is the V frame part that sits on the front of here, and I'll build that up and I'll get a video of all that, and hopefully I don't lose it when I go to edit it. Just getting the V's done here for the front of the plow. Weld it up, and it doesn't matter how the weld looks, you gotta grind it anyway. Weld it all up, grind it down. My plan is, but this might change, is to put this over here like this, drill a hole, and then drill a hole in the end right here. And then what I'll do, I'll take this rod, I'll weld the chunk of plate on top, and like with the tab and a hole, and that way this is like a serviceable part. Say it were to bend or you need to grease it or something, you can pull it out, just undo the one bolt, slide it straight up, and you can pull the whole blade apart on the front. So I'll cut that tab to fit on here, weld around, drill a hole, and that way that'll all be one big serviceable piece. I'll show that in the video. But so this is how that V will be. There'll be a piece welded to the back of that yet. Still have to weld that on, but if you hit something, there'll be a hinge underneath that helps it to roll, and that's just going to be that same bar I'm using for the plow. But yeah, I'm gonna keep going on that, and I'll just keep you updated as I go. Ended up adding this brace in here for that flat bar I was just talking about. It'll have the hole in the front. That end of that flat bar will sit on here. Just something to make it a little stronger. I got this V not done yet because it'll go up here. What I'll do next is get that round bar mounted on here, get this all straightened out. I want to put that round bar here, so if you hit something, this will grab, or your plow will grab. It'll sit slightly below here. So when your plow grabs, I can't show because it has that on there, but this will twist up. So if you put that rod here, that gives it the ability to twist like that. And then that top frame will all just be built off of this piece. So it'll sit like somewhere up here, obviously straight and everything. Once you hit something, it's not really meant if you hit something higher up, you gotta watch for that. But if you hit something, say a big rock or something lower down, then this will twist forward along with that bottom. Like the whole thing will twist forward. But I'm gonna start figuring out what I wanna do for this part and then get to welding again. And I'll pick you up wherever I think is notable. Just finished welding up this bottom of the trip edge here. So there's my plan in action. So because this is a winch, it's not solid mounted. If you hit a rock, the blade will catch, go like this, and in turn the whole plow will roll forward and this frame will jump up, and that's your trip edge. So what I'm going to do is build the rest of this out on the top, get the plate welded in there, drop the rod through, and and I'll keep you updated from there. Got this first bar squared up. It's not perfect, but pretty close. I went off of, I made sure the frame was square both ways. So, should be good. I'm gonna weld the other two posts on, and once I'm there, I'll weld the other V-frame on, and then I'll video what I'm gonna do next. So, I got the angle braces all welded on. Flips work and everything. Grinded up the edges, kind of made it a little nicer. I drilled the one hole already, but I'm gonna cut that, put it up here. What I'll do is I'll put the plate on top here, and then I'll put a 1-inch chunk or so of that round stock, just extra support for that brace. Do the same thing top and bottom, and then I'll go from there. I got my pin system done, so this rod is a little bent, but it's gonna work. This doesn't need to spin, just this piece, once it goes in, will spin. So yeah, once that other piece is on, it'll spin, and then this will just, I'm gonna cut it here, and then I'm gonna put that plate on, tap a hole here for a bolt. So then that way I can just bolt this pin in, and yeah, I'll update you from there. I ended up remaking the mount. I did it out of 3/8 steel. The last thing I had was square tubing with 100 wall. It was 2-inch square tubing, but this is 2.5, 3/8, so way thicker. There's no way this is gonna be a weak point. So yeah, got it all painted up already. Just waiting for it to dry, and then I'll show you what I did with the rest of the plow. So this is gonna be the outro to this video, but I got the sleeves all cut. So I'm gonna weld on the square tubing, but I'm done the frame for now. Got the pin in, put the bolt in so I can pull this bolt, and then this pin just slides up. That way I can grease it, and if I bend a blade or bend this rod, I can pull that out and either make a new one or fix it or whatever. Trip ball works. Swings right around. Gotta find some springs for that yet. Went and picked up metal for the blade sides and the cutting edge backing. The only thing I need yet is a cutting edge. And so tomorrow I'll cut the fuel tank and cut up some of that square tubing, get it all bent for the blades, and I'll go from there. But this will be the end of the video, so catch you on the next one.